I had a real chance to get to know Mike a lot better, both as a person, as a human being, and as a congressman. And I learned a lot, and I continue to learn so much about him. I learned, and it was confirmed for me, that Mike is, number one, a brilliant strategist. And I don't mean that in the sense of campaigning, I mean that in the sense of getting the job done. He knows how to work with other people to make things happen. He is, and I think most of you know this, but I'll say it anyway, though it may be obvious, he is a very courageous champion for the rights of the people and the hopes of the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. He's a tenacious fighter. And he is a focused and committed defender of our most basic civil rights. His values are incredibly clear, and his integrity is unassailable. And that is why I'm standing here with all of you today, and I'm endorsing Mike Capuano and asking all of you to work hard. We have 18 more days. Maybe it's even 17 more days. We need to get him elected the next senator of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Now, yeah, we can keep applauding. Now, Mike may not be the best funded candidate in this race, but I know a little something about that. And he may not be the best known candidate in this race, although I think we're probably there. And I know a little something about that too. I know a lot about that. I also know very well that the underdog has a way of emerging victorious in this state and in this country. And even as they emerge victorious, they remain true to their commitments and their principles and their promises. And that's a good thing, because this election is so important to all of us. It's important to those of us who care about our children and our schools and their education. And as Barbara said, I'm a former school teacher. I taught in the New York City public schools for 5 years before I went to law school. I know, based on Mike's record, that he knows what's right for education and will fight for it. This election is also important to anyone who cares about our environment. Mike's commitment here is clear. He has worked hard in the Congress for our environment, and he is dedicated to bringing 20th century clean tech jobs to the Commonwealth. And this election is also important to anyone who cares about our troops, our brave young men and women in uniform. Mike, way back in 2002, voted against the Iraq War because he didn't want then, and he never will, want to put our young men and women in harm's way for a war of choice. From creating jobs, to investing in affordable housing, to supporting women's rights, to supporting victims of domestic violence, something that he did many, many, many years ago when he was in Somerville. That is, by the way, one of the issues, the causes that I most care about, and I spend most of my time, my extra time, working on. Mike made sure that women, victims of domestic violence, had less reason to fear. When he was mayor, he provided cell phones that were programmed to dial 911 so that women with restraining orders wouldn't have to wait for help to come. That is such a critical thing to women in that community, and I just applaud you, Mike, for being so aware. Mike is committed to ensuring the health of our citizens. Mike has fought for issues that are important to us. He has co-sponsored a bill to repeal DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act. Mike understands all of us. Mike gets us. He listens to us. He cares about us. And he talks to us and he tells us the truth. What you see in Mike Capuano is what you get. He is the most genuine man I know. understand, is the 50th open mic event of this campaign, and I want you all to consider for a moment what that means. This is the 50th event that Mike has held around that state. He's here. He's available. He's listening. He's talking. And as I said, he's telling the truth. And ultimately, for me, and I think for all of us, that's the real test. We need a senator who is willing to listen and to talk and to speak truth to power and speak truth to the people of the Commonwealth. We need a senator whose convictions match our values and our hopes and our dreams. We need a senator who, like our beloved Senator Ted Kennedy, will wake up every single day of his senatorial career with the interests of the people of the Commonwealth in mind, and he will go to work for us every single day. We need Mike Capuano as our next senator. I have to tell you that if you saw the papers today, you saw that I was coming out and endorsing Mike today. I turned on my BlackBerry this morning, and I got so many emails from really incredible, impressive people and some regular citizens, many of which said, I have to tell you, said, "You go, girl." And that's how I feel today. I feel so empowered to be standing here and endorsing a good friend, a good congressman, and someone who's going to be a great senator. Mike, will you come up?